Oh, we got another episode of Chainsaw Man that was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Um, I need to go back and check how many episodes we got left. I think we only have 12 episodes. So the next week should be the finale because my goodness, man, this episode was absolutely crazy. Which I'm looking right now. Right now, let's see. 12 episodes. So next week will be the final episode of Chainsaw Man. And what an episode. What a freaking episode, man. This episode was hectic. We see what the future devil looks like, which is what we see in the opening when he's like the thing is like and going crazy. Makima is a savage. And again, like my title the other video I had it, don't F with Makima. No, seriously, don't F with Makima because she is a conniving freak. Holy hell, man. I don't know what ability she's got, but it seems like she can frickin' just do crazy things. Crazy things. And then we get some more new Fiend characters we see. Absolutely insane. But, it's looking like this season's gonna end off in a raid to try to take out the gun devil minions and stuff like that. So but this episode starts off where we leave off in terms of Aki meeting up with the future devil, and the future devil's like, oh, now we saw one big eyeball. Now the eyeball's in this dude's chest, and he just opens them and he's like, oh, you look quite interesting. Well, you look like a very fun fellow. Um I'm like, oh god, what the hell is this? Funnily enough, the future devil is actually more comical than I thought he would be. I thought it would be like some sort of serious, monster type of thing, but no. And mind you, for the fact that all this guy did is like, just look inside here. I can tell your future and how you're going to die. That will determine what your payment is. And he just does that. He sticks his head in. Augie sticks his head in the future devil. Next thing you know, boom, future devil's like, oh, your death is gonna be exciting. I can't wait. And he's just like, yeah, just give me your eyeball and I'll be good. I'm like, oh wow, he got off scot-free pretty much. He was actually damn near generous. The only reason why he was that damn generous is because he thinks Aki's death is so damn exciting that he needs to see it, pretty much. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Especially coming from the standpoint, this guy literally took somebody's half their lifespan and then pretty much damn near half their body parts, just to have his abilities. But okay, that's kind of the whole thing. We do kind of have a whole conversation with those two agents who helped out with Aki getting the abilities of the future devil. We see how the guy is like, I don't really like you, and more importantly, I can't really stand the fact that you want to go up against the gun devil and there's absolutely no chance in hell you're going to win. And we find out that these two characters, I guess they had some correlation or they were affected by the gun devil. The only thing is they didn't join the special division, the devil hunters, because they want to kill the gun devil. They're just, well, I guess there, to be honest. But the guy is like, I don't like you, but I do like the fact that after they drop him off, he's like, hey, just because I can't stand I can't stand the face you look, I hope you at least freaking do what you want to set out to accomplish, though. So at least he was nice about that. And we already know, especially going to this episode, especially this raid scene, my boy Aki was gonna go up in there with some sort of weird vengeance to get back at the people that killed somebody that definitely meant a lot to him. So yeah. Also, I think the dude's name, the guy who was training Power and Denji, Kashibe, I think that's his name. What is it? Practically, he says that Denji and Power have improved. There's still room for them to grow, but practically, we find out that they're going to be going on a mission that, it's a legit mission that they're going to have to go on to take out the people that, got Himeno and the others. So that's kind of the thing. And we have it to where he actually has a conversation with Makima this episode. And if it wasn't freaking terrifying enough what Makima did in this episode, it's kind of more terrifying from the fact that Kashibe is like, you could have prevented everything that happened the other day, didn't you? Couldn't you? But you just chose not to. And Makima's like, what the hell are you talking about? I was the one that was jumped as well. But Kashibe can easily tell, you're effing lying. You could have did something about this. And obviously, as that scene ends, she's just like, I'm like, are you freaking kidding? This girl is wild. So we not only find out that she could have stopped everything that happened the last few weeks, and in a way, she kind of also, I think also in a way he made it seem like she also instigated this shit to happen. And all she's just like, listen, I'm just doing it for the protection of society. I don't want regular humans to get killed by devils, which, again, her endgame motives, bro, I don't know what her endgame motives are, but she is a character that's like willing to have other people die, so I guess she gets the high ranking part. I don't know. But you know, and then speaking of Makima, it then translates to the scene where she ends up going to, like, I guess this freaking mafia grouping, and pretty much they're making a deal and everything. And, you know, she's trying to, you know, I guess make the offer clear, like, no, it's going to be this, this, and this. These are the rules going to be set in place, and you're going to abide by that. And the dude's like, please, no, we're not doing that. I gave you the terms of the deal. This is the deal. We're going to live by it. And mind you, too, you know, it's funny because the guy makes a mention. He's like, please, we, the Japanese mafia, we look like freaking saints pretty much to what the Russian mafia and the Chinese mafia do, which I guess would make sense because in Russia and China, they're communist governments. So it would make absolute sense that their mafia would be 10 times worse than what the Japanese mafia got going on. But then Makima's like, oh, really? Well, then, here, if you think they're terrible, then look at this. And she absolutely friggin' shocks me. You know how crazy this friggin' person is? You know, because the thing is, she needed more information about the people they were going up against, like families, yada, yada, yada. I also need to know your guys' families and things like that. And then the fact that she just pulls out a bag, and it's this whole thing of, like, eyeballs of their families, their parents, their siblings, their aunts, their nieces, and the dude opens up and you see eyeballs in there. I was like, this girl is crazy. And then she's just like, oh yeah, we actually, if you cooperate, we actually have people in our organization that can actually put their eyeballs back. And I'm like, oh God, don't fuck with her. Don't mess with her. And it's even more crazy because some guy freaking just tries to grab her and freaking tries to punch her for everything that's going on and everything. She's surrounded. It don't even matter if she's surrounded. She doesn't even have to physically, like, freaking attack these people. This dude just looks at her. She gives that death glare like, you bet not try. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, he's gonna probably back off. Next thing you know, I see this guy's nose start bleeding rapidly. I'm like, what the hell? And he just passes out. And then all of a sudden, you know, as we get later in the episode, we see how Aki's kind of cornered. All of a sudden, same thing's happening to other people. I'm guessing she's like literally giving them brain aneurysms or something like that. I don't know. We already saw her abilities a few episodes ago where she literally could blow people's heads up. Literally blow people's heads up. And even it's funny because the one snake girl makes the mention, like, in the lead up to them getting raided on, she's like, it doesn't matter. Nowhere's safe in Japan if Makima is still alive. So I'm guessing the basis of her Makima's abilities is if she knows who you are, if she knows your name, if she knows this about you, then she can literally kill you from away from a distance. Whether it's blow your head up, or I guess damn near give you a brain aneurysm and just boom. Or maybe she just, instead of just blowing it up, maybe it's just a small explosion, just boom, and it just kills you right then and there. I'm just like, all right, yeah. Don't mess with Makima. Do not mess with Makima. Because she will wreck your shit up. She will mess you up. I'm just at a loss of words. I'm at a loss of words with how terrifying Makima can be, people. She is terrifying. And I don't want to mess with her. I would not want to mess with her. Then you get the raid happening and everything. And Kashibe is telling the officers, like, oh yeah, I just want to let you warn it. You're not going to have, you see, they're going to handle the freaking people inside. Those people inside, the main bad guys, you don't want to mess those, they're not really any problem, to be honest. But the Fiends we got on our group, the people in Special Division 4, now you don't want to mess with them. And I advise you take advanced caution. If they get out of there, well, you need to make sure you're taking really good caution when you're trying to stop them. And I'm just like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's just Denji and Power. I'm like, they're not gonna freaking run. But then we get introduced to other freaking fiends. We got a shark fiend. We got a freaking angel fiend. We got a spider one, a spider devil. We got this mask looking guy that's making me remind the guy. The guy's mask makes me remind myself from the one evil doctor in Fire Force. And I'm like, they all have crazy abilities. So far, my favorite gotta probably be the Shark Devil or the Shark Fiend, because that guy is just going absolutely crazy. He's just chomping at everything. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, honey. And it's funny because I looked at one of the comments on Verve for the episode, and somebody said, well, Sharknado, huh? And I'm just like, okay, yeah, great. So they got all these fiends, and the craziness that they're pretty much all damn dangerous, bro. They're all dangerous. I think the angel one is probably the most dangerous one, because the angel one makes the mention like, yeah, if I touch you, I can take away half your damn lifespan. And I'm just like, whoa, wait, what? So just one touch, you take away half the lifespan of somebody's life? Damn, that's savage, bro. But it seems like you can get in contact with this devil, with the angel devil, as you're passing cloth along. But other than that, that's kind of it. But this person, they all have their different quirks and personalities and stuff like that. But it's absolutely crazy. Like they said, the spider devil, like, if you look at her the wrong way, she'll freaking kill you. Like, I'm like, oh god, don't mess with her then. When he was explaining the one masked dude, Kishibe, he's like, whatever you do, make sure that mask stays on, because if that mask gets off, I think he said, like in the reference, like poisonous gas will just leak out of this guy. And I'm just like, oh my god, all these fiends have crazy abilities that just are like absolutely psycho. And then obviously you got Denji, Kobeni, and Power fighting alongside them. And then you have the episode end off in a way where Aki pretty much is confronting the Snake Girl to, in a way, exact his revenge on what happened to Himeno. And we find out she uses one of her snake abilities, and she brings out Himeno's devil, the ghost devil. And Aki's fighting this devil and everything. And we actually find out that our boy Aki, thanks to the future devil, he can actually see slightly into the future. So it's funny enough, when I was watching the episode, I'm like, oh, he can see slightly into the future? It's like in One Piece, spoilers for One Piece if you haven't seen One Piece, but it's like in spoilers it's like in One Piece when freaking Luffy's fighting Katakuri, and Katakuri, who's the guy he's fighting, he can actually use his advanced observation haki to see a little bit into the future, so he can predict when Luffy's about to hit him and everything. And then eventually Luffy gains that ability as well later on too. But I'm like, oh. But even though he can see in the future slightly, he still ends up getting caught. And the episode ends off with him shockingly, I wouldn't say shockingly, surprisingly, getting choked out. Now, I don't know if he's dead or anything, but the way the episode was ending off, his eyes looked like they were about to roll up into his thing, and he's just gonna be choked out. So don't know how Aki's gonna get out of the situation. Maybe someone comes in and saves him. I don't know. He went alone and everything. So it's gonna be very interesting to see where this is gonna go. But another great solid episode of Chainsaw Man. Next week will be the last episode of Chainsaw Man. I don't know. The reason why I say I don't know is because I don't know if the episode is going to air next week. It's going to be after Christmas, so I would think that's the case. But maybe it doesn't. Probably will, because it's a seasonal anime. But hey, listen, going into next week's episode, I hope we get a season 2 immediately confirmation after this, because I want to see more Chainsaw Man. Again, it's one of the more, it's one of the better animes that we've gotten this season. And man, really great stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Chainsaw Man, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Chainsaw Man content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe up there and have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Peace.